All right, this is 7-6. You can do that warm up on your own. And then we're going to do the notes. So we're going to still do elimination. So if you remember with elimination, you have to have matching numbers, and we would prefer that they have opposite signs. That doesn't always happen, but we would like that to happen. What's going to be going on today is that you will not have matching numbers to start. You have to make them match. So while we're doing that, since we're already going to be messing with an equation to make the numbers match, we're also going to make sure that our signs are going to be opposite. So then that way we should always be adding in this case. So they aren't ready. We do not have two numbers that match. So when that happens, we are going to make them match. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply an equation by something to make them match. So when we're multiplying, you want to keep your numbers as small as possible. You don't want to turn everything into 20 if you can turn them into 5s, okay? So try to keep them as small as you can. And we want our signs to be opposite when we're done. So if the numbers that you're trying to make match already have opposite signs, then just multiply by a positive number because that'll keep everything the same. If they don't already have opposite signs, so if they have the same signs, then you multiply by a negative number, and then that'll turn them opposite, and then you can add. Okay? So here, the 3 and the 5 don't match, and the 2 and the 4 don't match. So right now we cannot use elimination. We have to ask ourselves, can I easily turn a 3 into a 5 by multiplying? No. Can I easily turn a 5 into a 3 by multiplying? No. 5 times something doesn't give me 3, so that's not simple. Can I easily turn a 4 into a 2 by multiplying? No, because 4 is bigger than 2, so that's not going to be easy. But I can turn a 2 into a 4, okay? So once I notice that I can easily multiply a 2 and turn it into a 4, I'm going to choose to do that. So since I want to turn that second to 2, I'm going to multiply everything in this equation. Okay? Since right now I'm trying to turn a 2 into a 4, I'm multiplying by 2, because that's 2 times 2 is 4. However, right now I'm trying to make my y's match. You notice that the y's right now have the same sign. I would rather them have opposite signs, so I'm going to multiply by a -2 to make their signs opposite. Once I decide what I'm multiplying by, then I just make sure that every term in that equation gets multiplied by a -2. So, -2 times 5x is -10x. -2 times 2y is -4y equals -4 times -2 is a positive 8. Okay? I am done with this equation. I made a new version. I'm going to just write this top one down here so they're right on top of each other. I'm just going to rewrite it. So I have a 3x plus 4y equals 6. Okay? Now that I have all that done, I can now have matching numbers and opposite signs, so now I can add these together. So -10x plus 3x is -7x. -4y plus 4y cancels, and 8 plus 6 is 14. So divide by -7, and that gives you that x is -2. We still have to plug it back in. You can plug it into any of the equations. I'll just do this one here. So 3, we now know x is -2, plus 4y equals 6. So 3 times -2 is -6. To move a -6 over, you add it. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Divide by 4. That gives you that y is 3. This is not a word problem, so we can just write our answers as an ordered pair. So x was -2 and y was 3. That's really hard to see. X was -2 and y was 3. And that is it. Alright, so we'll go to the next one. Can I easily, right now I don't have anything that matches. I cannot easily turn a 2 into a 3 or a 3 into a 2. They don't go into each other. Right now the number in front of this y is a 1. I can easily multiply a 1 and turn it into a 4. So I'm going to multiply that top equation to make that 1 into a 4. 1 times 4 is what gives me 4, so everything in this equation is going to get multiplied by 4. I'm trying to make my y's match, and they right now have opposite signs because that's a negative and a positive, so I can just multiply. I want to keep them opposite, so I'm going to multiply just by a positive 4 because that keeps all my signs the way they are. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 1y is negative 4y equals 6 times 4, which is 24. I'm done with this one now because I made a different version. So now I've got these two that I'm just going to add together because I have same numbers, opposite signs. So 3x plus 8x is 11x equals, because the y's cancel, and then negative 2 plus 24 is 22. So divide by 11 and you get the x is 2. You're going to plug that back in. I'll do it here. So 3, we now know x is 2 plus 4y equals negative 2. And now you solve. So 3 times 2 is 6. To move a positive 6 over, you subtract it. So negative 2 minus 6 gives you negative 8. Dividing by 4, which gives you negative 2. So your final answer, x was 2 and y was negative 2. And that's the point where the two lines intersect, and you could easily check it in Desmos if you wanted to. Okay? Alright, we'll do this one more together. I cannot easily turn a 5 into a 3 or a 3 into a 5. Okay? But I could turn a 2 into an 8. So in order to do that, I'm going to multiply this top equation. So in order to make a 2 and 8, I have to multiply by 4. I'm trying to make my y's match, and right now they have opposite signs. So I want to keep it like that, so I'm just going to multiply by a positive 4. So 4 times 5x is 20x, minus 4 times 2y is 8y, equals negative 15 times 4 is going to be negative 60. Okay? And now you got matching numbers and opposite signs, so you add them together. So 3x plus 20x is 23x. 8y minus 8y is gone. And then negative 60 plus 37, or 37 minus 60, however you want to look at it, is a negative 23. And then divide. So negative 23 divided by 23 is negative 1. And then you just have to plug it back in. So I'll plug it in here. So 3, we now know x is negative 1, plus 8y equals 37. So that's negative 3. To move a negative 3, you're going to add it, and 37 plus 3 is 40. And then divide by 8, and 40 divided by 8 is 5. So now you know x and you know y. So you can write your final ordered pair, negative 1, 5. And that's it. You can go ahead and do this one on your own, and then turn those in. And your homework is this worksheet, but you're only doing these specific letters today. A, B, C, D, J, and L. We are going to do the rest of them on a different day, but just start with this one. Okay, so just start with those 6.